The cursor blinked on her laptop screen, paralyzed by a question that had never occurred to her before. Is this my thought? She'd been collaborating with an AI writing assistant for months, cranking out content for her freelance clients. The work flowed effortlessly: blog posts, marketing copy, social media campaigns. Her income had tripled. Her clients were thrilled. Everything was perfect. Until Tuesday, when she caught herself mid-sentence, unable to remember if the brilliant metaphor she'd just written had come from her mind or the machine's suggestions. Well, congratulations, April, she muttered to her reflection in the laptop screen. You've officially become a human autocomplete function. Outside her window, a bird perched on the fire escape railing. At first glance, it looked like any other crow: sleek black feathers, sharp beak. But something about its stillness felt wrong. One eye caught the afternoon light with an unnatural glint, like polished metal. Or maybe that's exactly what they want you to think, April's mind whispered, already spiraling down a familiar rabbit hole. Birds aren't real. Government surveillance drones. Everyone knows this. She'd been down these particular rabbit holes before the birds aren't real conspiracy. The theory that half the people she knew had died years ago and been replaced by sophisticated AI avatars. The idea that her entire freelance career was just an elaborate movie production with her as the unwitting star. Focus, April, she said aloud, then immediately wondered if saying that was part of the screenplay too. The moment you question the source of your creativity, you have already passed the first test, assuming you are smart enough to recognize the test exists in the first place. She had stumbled onto what she now called the sovereignty protocol. The 3 questions that separated actual creators from the digital zombies shuffling around LinkedIn. Is this my thought? Am I still thinking? Would I know if I wasn't? She thought about her friend Marcus, who'd embraced AI tools with the enthusiasm of a golden retriever chasing tennis balls. He pumped out articles at lightning speed, never pausing to examine whether his voice remained his own or had been replaced by algorithmic vanilla pudding. Poor Marcus, she mused with barely concealed disdain. Either he's genuinely oblivious to his own intellectual death, or he's been literally dead for months, and what I think is Marcus is just an AI-generated persona designed to make me feel less alone in my digital isolation. The bird spread its wings and took flight, but April's attention had already shifted to more pressing concerns. Her conspiracy-trained mind was connecting dots that probably weren't there, but what if they were? There are millions of fishermen in this world, she said aloud, startling herself with the sudden clarity. But there's only one Stephen King. So why is everyone trying to be Stephen King instead of learning to fish? The email notification pinged on her laptop, a new assignment from a client she'd never actually met in person. She opened the brief. Write 500 words on the future of remote work. Standard stuff. Boring even. But as she stared at the cursor, that familiar question crept back in. Is this my thought? She pulled up Marcus's LinkedIn profile, scrolling through months of generic productivity posts, excited to share my latest insights on synergistic solutions. Nobody talks like this, April realized with growing unease. This reads like AI-generated corporate speak. Her phone buzzed. A text from her college roommate Sarah. Oh my god, did you see that meme about cats wearing tiny hats? So random, lol. April stared at the message. When was the last time Sarah mentioned something specific from college? Nothing about their disastrous spring break trip to Miami. Nothing about Professor Henderson's impossible statistics class. Because AI doesn't have access to those memories, April thought. It can simulate friendship, but it can't simulate history.